few thoughts about the Supergirl pilot. There are positive things and less positive things. I was very much pleased to see the introduction of Helen Slater, who played the original Supergirl, 1984, I think, and Dean Cain, who played Clark Kent and Superman in Clark and Lois, The New Adventures of Superman, 1993. Both play Kara's adaptive parents, and I'm sure we will get to see much more of them if the pilot will be good. It's kind of interesting to see how Kara dresses initially. You know, very tight and not opened. She looks like a librarian almost, and how she looks after she becomes Supergirl, showing Jimmy Olsen like a kind of cool guy, mentor-like guy. I think it's a nice idea. On this show, Supergirl needs someone who leads her in some ways, pushes her, better said, and yeah, I'm cool with that. I also think that Jimmy Olsen represents for Kara, Supergirl, the positive side of herself. You know, trying, daring, pushing herself to do what she feels she has to do. He is the opposite of Kara's sister. Initially, she is against her to show herself the way she is, to which I can also relate to, because you know, she acts like a parent who is worried about her, and she wants to protect her. The action was not bad; it was okay. The airplane sequence was well done, but I have the feelings that they could have something else to show, trying to think up something else to introduce Supergirl, exposing her to the public. We have seen that on Superman Returns, so not everyone has watched Superman Returns, but you know, anyways, I thought I could come up with something else, with something more original. I don't know. I liked the way Kara reacts on what happened. She has rediscovered what she is, what she can do, and I can very much relate with her on that. Many people have something within that they want to show, they want to put it out, and they can't. And then when they get a chance to finally show it, it happens what happens to her. She's enjoying it. I felt that very human. And then she'll get disappointed because her sister doesn't believe in her, in that sense that she wants to protect her and this leads to a conflict between them, which of course frustrates Kara. I like the costume. It looks like the version of Supergirl of the 80s, just a little bit darker in tone. That's okay. I have some issues with the ass shield. It looks too edgy, but you know, finally you get used to. The boss, the chief. I found her in the first look pretty much annoying and arrogant, which most bosses are, unfortunately. But I must say, during this episode, I kinda like her, and you wanna know why? She has an interesting line. She says, "If you can take credit for something you did well, you're gonna be at the bottom of the pile forever." I like this line, and she's right. The fight sequences were not bad. They were not excellent, but not bad. I find that the Arrow fight sequences and Flash fight sequences are the best. So let's hope they will come up with something much more, better. After she has been hurt by this bald alien species, she gets even kicked out from this organization. The chief of this organization doesn't quite believe in her. This gets her depressed and leads her to don't believe in herself. We get to see a very much intense fight scene between this alien creature and Supergirl. We get to see her heat vision kicking the ass of this alien bad guy. I liked this effect, actually. Very well done. So everyone believes in her now, and Supergirl eventually begins. Now we'll get to the less positive things. I didn't like the showing Kal-El with, the curl. Come on, too campy. The explanation about the Phantom Zone. Is the Phantom Zone now a wormhole in space that is there? I know that the Phantom Zone is something you have to create in order to, catch criminals and put them in there. She stays there 24 years. Doing what? But I think we will get to see more. I'm curious to know what happened. It's like the Arrow, the flashbacks. I think this kind of series needs flashbacks to understand the character more and to understand the storyline more. Another thing I didn't like that much is showing Kara, like a girly kind of thing. If a person, man or girl, woman, has some kind of identity crisis, you must show it in some ways. And they show her, always smiling, and she's pretty, adorable, but it's not very consistent with what we're gonna see later. So my feelings, concerning this is they should have show her maybe a little bit, depressed. Not much, but a little bit depressed, so that we can relate with her better at the end. That goofiness, I don't like it very much. But anyway, the flying sequences, meh. They could have done this much more better, I believe. But this is the first pilot. Overall, I find this pilot interesting. Not great, but interesting. I'm curious to know more, and I like this version of Supergirl. I like her. She fits in it very well, I think. But they have to develop the storyline, the characters more, in order to convince the audience that this show can be something worthwhile to watch. This show has some potential, if you ask me. They just need to care more about a few things. Okay guys, what do you think? What's your thoughts? Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe. Stay tuned and be well.